You want to introduce?
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Godess Jazzy.
My name is Shaq.
And before we start, I need to do a PSA. That's a public
service announcement.
Yes. So today, at 11 o'clock, I spoke to my personal trainer so that we could get fit this morning. As you can see, I'm still dressed in my attire. What time did he get up? So I haven't done my training today. So that's all I wanted to say, really. That's the PSA.
You know what it is? This is lockdown. Think about it. If you got nothing else to do, literally all I've been doing is going to bed late, waking up late.
Yeah.
And so on and so on.
For you.
I know.
I
got the missed calls, I know.
And I rang him.
And I apologise.
And you know he's my personal trainer, / son, / YouTuber, / vlogger, / cameraman. So, you know. Anyway, we're back.
Yeah, we're back. This is the Godess and Shaq show.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Firstly, I want to give a big shout out to Beauty by Nature 94. Make sure you follow them at Beauty by Nature 94 on Instagram for 100% natural, handcrafted, homemade skincare and hair care products for men and women. Recently, I had my package the other day. Proper good on my skin. Certain people saying that my skin's gone shiny and clear and whatnot. But if you definitely want your 100% organic men and women
products,
hair care and skincare products, make sure you follow at Beauty by Nature 94 on Instagram.
Great. And also, our cousin Suichi. So she does all crocheting of babies, garments and everything else and etc. Shout her out. You can follow her on Instagram at Suichi, which is SEWCHE. Thank you. Now back to the show.
Back to the show. So, how you been?
I am fabulous as usual. And how are you?
I'm calm.
So what we're going to talk about today?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Let's start. Let's get it going.
You're just on the page.
I'm just on the page. And by the way, people,
I'm
having my ginger tea. Last week it was sorrel. Today's my ginger tea. Cheers.
All right.
Right.
So my first thing I want to talk about, especially with you,
me again.
Is what made you recently anyway.
Oh.
You've been telling me a lot about how you believe the unknown.
Okay. You want me to elaborate? You're
Yes.
going to elaborate on that. How do I believe the unknown?
You believe the unknown.
Give me an example.
Conspiracy. Recently, I don't know who this Jaguar Wright person is.
Yeah.
But you've been high up watching her videos and whatnot.
I have. I've been following her. She used to be... back in the day, I think she was a music... I don't know much again. She was a singer. Back in the day, she's been saying things about what's happening in the industry. So she calls it Holly Weird.
Holly Weird?
Yeah, Holly Weird. You know, certain artists are doing certain things in order to get to that
level.
Yeah.
What made you believe? Because I'm sure back when I was young, I used to believe all them theories and like the Illuminati and certain, like you said, certain celebrities have to do certain sacrifices to get rituals and stuff like that. I used to believe that when I was younger. But as I got older, I just kind of brushed it off. I used to tell you when I was younger, you used to tell me more or less, shut up.
Yeah.
You used to tell me, look, shut up with all that. It is what it is.
Yeah, because you taught me about this Instagram.
I'm saying, you see how irony
There's
works.
a lot of things of irony, how things are different.
It's like you want to believe it now.
Yeah, but
when I was telling you back then,
but I'm trying to. I don't know everything on it because I'm still.
Make your bed. School.
I'm just trying to follow. I don't know 100% on it. It's just recently I'm following it, you know. But so far it sounds
legit.
Right. Yeah, for me.
But you know what's weird as well. As I've got older, I start to give people a lot of benefit of the doubt. Whereas before,
if you hear my belly rumbling, I had prunes.
Whereas before, I used to just straight judge people.
Yeah.
And just say, if this is what I heard, it must be true. But
now you give the benefit of the doubt.
And I told you that as well. Which is irony.
But I told you that growing up.
You did. But which is now, you don't. You just say, if Jaguar Wright says it's right, it must be right. I'm Jennifer Wright, that's Jaguar Wright. We're all right. Like, what's going on?
Oh, man.
Like, what
But there's more. I've still got more homework to do with her. I still got to.
But does it make you look at celebrities different?
Yeah.
Certain ones that she talks about.
Most definitely. There's a celebrity called Christopher Wallace that everybody fancies.
Biggie.
No. This is a light-skinned soul singer back in the day.
Okay.
Beautiful. He's beautiful. He was one of my eye candy back in the day. And he behaved in a certain way in Atlantic Wives. He got arrested recently for stealing headphones.
Okay.
And when you see him mashed up like this and what she said and what he had to do to cut off his dignity, it kind of makes sense how he's been behaving. Because the son that P. Diddy's got, the red-skin one, isn't really his. It's Christopher Wallace's son.
Which is Biggie.
No, the soul singer, back in the day, soul singer. So there's a light-skinned son that he's got. I don't know what his name is. I can't remember. Very pretty looking, pretty P. Diddy, but that's not his son. His son is Christopher Wallace's son.
So what does that mean?
Well, like I said, I'm still watching Jaguar to find out, isn't it? Let me trip.
Listen, man. Listen.
Yeah, enough about that.
No.
Because there's there's no answer. I don't know anything more about it. I'm still learning from her. I don't know.
I want to know where Kate, what got you interested?
I just saw her advertising, talking about she wants to blow up these people, literally mouthing, because she hasn't got her break. They robbed her from what she was supposed to get. That's it. So I don't know much more than that.
You know what it is? No, this is just logical thinking. You know more of the celebrity she's talking about than her. So what gives her the validity for you to believe?
Like I said, I'm just taking steps to understand what's going on. So I can't give.
So if Jaguar Wrong comes out the blue and says what Jaguar Right saying is wrong,
I don't know.
Which one do you believe?
I don't know. I'm just listening. I'm just using my ears to listen.
Listen.
Anyway, what's our next topic?
Wow. All right.
Can I say something else? You know what I found fascinating? That day, I keep going on about it. That day when I allegedly cooked, and you said, "Mum, this ain't your cooking." What makes somebody from a child to an adult know what their mum's food tastes like?
You're just used to it, innit?
But why? What made you know differently that wasn't my food? That was being played on my head.
Was it fish?
Yeah, I think so.
Fish and rice or something.
Rice and something like that.
I think because the rice was more... It's something that you just know.
Is it?
Yeah, you know when certain people say they like their teas made a certain type of way. They make with love. Remember what you said?
Yeah.
You said
when I make food with love.
Yeah, when you make food, you make food with love and you can taste it actually in there. So I think that's what was missing from it. Oh. That's how I managed to recognise, this ain't love. Or it could have just been the seasoning.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't when I cooked it. But
maybe it's not that deep.
No, it was that deep.
It could have just been...
No.
Whatever.
No, I definitely didn't cook that time.
Okay. So talking about that, next thing I want to talk about is something that me, you, and the partner watched the other day. I can't remember what it was called. But
abuse against men, though, wasn't it?
Men against
male
physical abuse.
Yeah.
So what happened? I'll give you a quick summary.
Give a summary of it.
Basically, there was a guy called Ian.
But leave it like that.
No. I'll have to break it down in simple terms. Basically, there was a guy. He was in a relationship with his woman, and
did he find her online? I think he found her online.
I think so.
Yeah, something like Tinder or something. He found her online.
Yeah. So he probably thought, you know what, she could be the one for me. But little did he know that she was either obsessive, controlling, and she was just...
Maybe she was also insecure. And maybe he was, because he was of age as well.
But the thing is, he looked like you know one of them hooligan type men.
No, but before, remember, he had his own business and everything, so he was to do with. He looked like that towards the end because of what she was doing.
But the thing is, and this is what I want to talk about, especially it being a man and woman, different perspectives. Now, it's like what he was going through. He had black eyes. She used a pole. She used to pole him. Put iron to his face, soften his skin and that. Like she proper abused him hardcore. And he was there till he was crying in the corner and whatnot. And as a man, like he was saying, he had no one to talk to. Because he would have either thought they would judge him. Oh, come on, your woman can't be...
like that.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the thing is, he's in a lose-lose situation. Because if he tells someone,
They might not believe
no
him.
one's gonna believe him. And if
And
he
they'll
does,
ask, what did you do in order for that
exactly,
to happen, you know?
So he's in a lose-lose, and if he does something to her, you're the one that, you get what I'm saying?
It will go in the favour of the woman.
In the favour of the woman. So I really felt bad for him. That's why I wanted to talk about like male abuse. And even recently, one of my friends were talking, and she was saying that she had a friend that stabbed her baby father because he wanted to leave her. Then what she wanted to do, they must have got back together after the stabbing, and then she said, if you leave again, I will stab you again, and you're not seeing your kids no more. So it's like, what's in the psyche of certain women?
Obsession.
Definitely insecurity. The fear of you leaving.
And the fear of leaving, yeah, I was going to say that, the fear of you leaving. Because I think when you're in a relationship, you make a pact, innit? Especially when you're having kids, you make a pact that you're going to stay together.
Yeah.
And so when that shock comes when you left.
But does it have to go that far?
No, it doesn't.
Like, never abuse.
But
never
it does.
Like,
but the thing is, it depends of age as well. If these are young people, but then it goes through all kinds of age.
Because even look at Ian. The man was a big man.
Yeah, he's older than me, so...
He's a big man.
But the thing is as well, he might have thought, this is his luck. The woman is young. He himself would have thought to himself, you know what?
I should somewhat control
let me deal with this, because this might be the end of for me, as in all I can get, especially for her age or whatever. Maybe, okay. I don't know.
So he was just excited that
some young guy's interested in him, and I don't want to let go of that, you know? So whatever it takes, even if he gets all that abuse, I'll stay. Maybe.
I can't lie. Maybe. When we watched it, I felt bad for him. Like at first
we thought it was a bit funny, but then it was like, what's going on? And then it was deep. Yeah, it wasn't.
It did get deep. Like it's like man, because these are the things that are not common. No. Usually it's the other way around.
But now I think the government's trying to see more that these things do happen.
Yeah, definitely. People need to start talking more.
Men, so and women, and young,
yeah, definitely
girls
everyone
as well.
Young girls, young boys. I don't know if you know about what's his name, Pastor Toby.
No.
There's a church.
Was he abusing?
Allegedly.
Oh, was he?
No. He had allegedly.
Or sexual abuse.
Yeah.
What, the boys and girls? He had boys and girls there, is it?
I think it was mainly boys.
Wow.
Because the people who spoke out were mainly like 16, 17-year-old kind of boys. And he's saying what he used to do is, he used to get them, there's a church in, I think it's Brixton. I can't remember what it's called. Everyone knows it though. And they have Bibles in the air, shooting it like a gun and that. It's some like abstract type church.
Don't know.
But Pastor Toby, he's one of them people that, you know, kind of like you, don't like to give straight answers. like, ask him a question.
Gosh.
Like, how's your day been? Well, you know, the sun and the way the sun, the ankles on the earth.
Really?
And
but what about you? You take
and the birds flee.
But you never get to the point that you will say, Mum, I've got something to say, and I'm just, what is it?
You know what it is? And I accept that I'm long-winded.
Oh, you do?
I do.
It's taken how
ever
many
since
years?
the other day. You know why? Because I was watching something else. I think I said this last time. I was watching something else. And the guy called him out and said, "Big man, you know you're long-winded.
Yes,
just get to the point."
But I've been saying this to you for years. Can you get to the point? Yeah, but Mum, you don't listen. But I listen, but once I say something...
Nah, you know what? I got told this the other day.
Go on.
That what I do is, when people have conversations with me, I tend to talk from every angle and every perspective.
Yep.
That's why it may not seem like I give a straight answer. Because I try and give your point, I try and give my point, and I try and give all these different points.
Straight and give his point. It's just long.
Yeah.
You just want to the point. Get to the point.
And the thing is, no, to a certain degree, I'm sensitive. I'm a man of what's the word? Like, I proper appreciate words. So I don't want to say something just to say it.
So you just
for not like no shock factor or anything.
You just
actually think. And the thing is, this is part of the 5% Nation 5 rule. It's what's it? I think it's
shut them out.
Think 5 times before you speak.
Of what? Anything?
Of anything.
So I can think about Amari Hardwick 5 times and then speak.
Well, this is where you might have to cut off the podcast. This might be the last episode, guys. But
Oh, dear.
the thing is, yeah, think, and I try and adapt that rule to my lifestyle.
So when you do that, what do you think of?
The thing is, when you say that, it's like, when we have a conversation now, you don't pre-think what you're going to say, do you?
No, I don't.
You just say it and it flows.
Sometimes.
So
Sometimes it can buckle.
that's the kind of, when people say, think before you speak, you don't really think before you speak.
You just speak.
You just speak.
Genuinely.
And that's already like in the back of your head, ready. So it's kind of like I don't know. Like maybe there's something in the back of your head that has all of the information ready, and then whatever moment you're in, it just flows out. But what I try and do is I try and master that.
So you just said you think before you
I
speak.
try and I don't sit there like, because
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I don't do that. But
You dress back.
I stop. Yes.
And then
I kind of stop and think
before you answer.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you do this when you was a child? That would have made
I
life much easier.
I don't know. Growing up in certain areas.
Yeah.
Growing up in certain
why could
environments.
you just listen then and then come? Now it's been how much years? X amount of years. Oh
God.
God.
The thing is, the way I see it is, like I said, if I never done what I done back then or went through what I went through,
Yeah, of course.
I wouldn't be where I'm at now.
That's true.
So I appreciate everything that I've gone through, the trials,
but do you,
tribulations.
Do you truly, when you sit down with yourself, do you actually say, you know what, the steps that I've gone through in my childhood, do you actually say to yourself, you know what, I'm glad I went through it?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. Like, obviously there's been situations and parts of me that feel like I should be I should be bigger than I am.
But you are.
No, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but
I should be more.
But you are. You're going there, isn't it?
That's
you're
what I'm
going
saying.
there.
Because you know what it is? Back when I was maybe 16, 17, and I dibbled and dabbled in music and... But this was back when Instagram first kind of came out and people weren't really...
I wasn't interested in that.
Yeah.
I wasn't interested in none of these things. You remember?
Do you remember I was on everything?
Everything.
I was on
MySpace.
Facebook,
Was it MySpace out and that?
I put music up on MySpace.
And I was not interested. I said, what is this you're doing? Go and get your book.
Remember all them little stupid videos I used to make?
Yeah.
Now that's the trend.
Can you imagine?
But back then,
it was just...
my
head was more focused on you doing something more productive, I'm going to say, but it doesn't sound right. But it is productive now, but then, because I so wanted you... Anyway, you'll find out how much I wanted you when your cousins come up. So
in the right path.
Yeah.
What you thought was the right path.
Me, yeah, I think. I don't think that time that wasn't for you. I just thought, what's this silliness he's doing? You know, no.
And imagine it's the biggest thing now.
It's a big thing now. I never knew it would be. You know, no one knows what the future is going to hold.
That's it. So, after that didn't work out so well in my favour, that's when I began something else. Because one thing about me is I'm a trier. Like, I'll try, whether I succeed or fail. Like, I'll try. No one can say that I never attempted at least to do it. So I tried that. It didn't go pan out how I wanted it to. You try something else. Tried something else. That didn't pan out. Try something else. Keep going. I think I was watching something the other day and they said, what you need to do is throw... The more you throw in the air, I can't remember, they use some kind of analogy. And it's basically, if you throw paint at a wall,
and it don't stick,
eventually one will stick. The more you throw at the wall, one's eventually got to stick. Stay. So, but the thing is, you know what they say? What's that saying? Master of none. Teacher, good at everything.
Master of none, teacher. Oh, I can't remember.
Can't remember. But that's what I don't want to go into. Because you know when they say like, I do want to master the little things that I'm doing. Yeah. But I don't want to do too much to the point where I'm not very good at one specific thing. I'm not just broadening. I don't want to get to a point where I'm doing too much. That I'm overlooking one of the 10 things that I'm doing. Okay. That could be
your main goal.
My main thing. So that's how I kind of take life easy, and I've kind of chilled out more. Like
slothy fat, I could sloth. Yeah.
But nah, man.
But I think you've upgraded now to a cheater. And I don't mean that in the cheating sense, but
whoa.
sloth as in
Black
slow.
men don't cheat.
No, I mean sloth as slow, but cheater as in fast.
Boy, listen. Oh, what?
Yeah, as
What, like I'm Russian?
Yeah, now, before you were sloth.
Mum.
Why is it there? Sloth is slow.
Yeah.
But now you're like a cheater that's fast. That's what I mean, not cheatering.
You could use a rabbit. You could have used something else. Like a cheater. Whoa. I don't know about all that, but.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so what's your thoughts on male physical abuse?
They have to speak out. Not only that, but
you know what? Do you understand the repercussions of speaking up?
Yes, I do, but
I find it hard.
Yeah, but you have to, because you have to make that change. Otherwise, no one's gonna. Somebody has to come out with it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody has to be that person to say.
That's why it's
say,
brave.
right,
If you
know?
put your face up there, not even blur your face up.
He did all that, you know.
Everything. This is what happened. They done a reconstruction.
Yeah, so at least he done that, so that he's brought awareness now that others will come.
Yeah.
You know, there was
a lot of
and there's male on male abuse as well. There's sexual male on male gay abuse as well. So, and a lot of them they've spoken out. You know.
Yeah.
So speak out about it.
Abuse in general, whether
abuse
it's women, men,
but men and men, women and women. There's
and even when it comes to children, like young children, make sure as a parent you don't just overlook.
Yeah, don't brush them. If they say something,
look
listen.
deep into
And don't just say, "I'll go to your room" or whatever. What you
don't
say?
just, "Oh, what are you talking about?"
Yeah, listen.
Have
an open relationship with your children. Be open, be truthful. It's simple.
Yeah, no, for real.
Be open, be truthful. Don't hide nothing. I think it's important to always speak your mind. Sometimes you might not like what your child has to say, but let them be able to tell you.
Because it must come from somewhere.
And
you
let
don't
them be able
just
to
lie
tell
about
you,
something.
as opposed to not being able to tell you. Because if they don't tell you, you can't help them.
Exactly.
And I'll do you up like that, say to you, if you lie to me, if you don't tell me the truth and you lie, I can't help you. It's rather that you tell me the truth and we see what we can do from there.
And you know, thinking about that, I think that's where my long-windedness started from.
Yeah.
Because some people say, a lot of people that's close to me say, I choose my words carefully. So they're not saying that I'm lying, but they're saying that I'm selective with certain words.
Devious.
So I kind of throw them off. So, like, I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah.
So it's like, but yeah, no, for real. Like,
speak to your children. No matter what. Talk about everything, anything. Like I said, you might not. I was giving advice the other day to a family member who's got daughters, and I said, doesn't matter. You might not want to hear certain things. As a parent, you don't want to hear things about sex. You just don't from your child. But it's better they come and tell you as opposed to someone else coming to tell you. You understand?
Yeah.
And then they can come. If they feel that I can't tell mum that or dad that, they'll have a safe space. And your parents should be a safe place for you to come in.
It should be, you can see the other side of it.
Yeah.
So obviously kids will think, it's my parent. For one, they might have that kind of fear.
But like, don't. Let them have your safe space that you feel comfortable to come and say, Mom or Dad, I've done this. I feel like this. I'm gonna, it's better.
And usually it's the people who don't talk to their parents that end up in them kind of dark situations.
Because they didn't have that.
Yeah, and what happens will, like someone else, say someone else older than them will come. I was watching something a couple of days ago, and I think what they done is they must have
made them feel comfortable
around them, say, look, oh hey, here's £20.
You can do
like,
this.
come, you can do this and
you don't want that.
You can have £50. Oh, £50, rah. That just makes you don't tell any family member, don't tell no one, let's keep it between me.
Yeah, that's what they're
That's mental abuse and that's physical abuse. So
it's better that you come if you've got any kind of feeling or what have you. And I always think as well, it's another difficult subject, but if you're going to have to, when your child gets of age, so you're going to speak to them about sex. If you've got daughters, talk to them about period or what can happen. Be straight with them. Don't go around the bushes. There's no birds and bees that made nothing. Humans made each other and that's it,
Did you hear about Scotland recently? No. They done something on like tampons and stuff like that. They're giving away free, like women period essentials.
To the kids? The young
everyone
girls?
said, the adults and yeah,
it's important. Why should the school teach your child that? You were made through love. I said this at the last discussion. I said, whatever the case be, you were made through love. So we will talk about it. You know, you don't have to go into the ins or outs of it, but you talk about it. Yeah.
To a certain point.
Yes, but be straight with your child or your children. It's no point them feeling, oh, I can't tell you about, you know, oh, my breasts are getting a bit sore, or I feel my belly. You know, you have to be able to talk it and feel safe. Your parents should be a safe space.
Do you think it's easier for a woman child to talk to her mum than it is to a boy child to talk to his dad?
I used to think that, but because I haven't got a daughter, I used to think, but...
You know what they say, mummy's boy,
daddy's girl. But I think things have changed now. Growing up, I had a stepdad, and he was in the bathroom when I came on. And it was all right, because I'm so open, I was okay with him knowing, you know, and him, but I don't know. I think whatever parent you've got, just talk and make sure your child feels that your place or your surrounding is a safe place for you to come to speak to, you know? Make your, you know what I mean?
Safeguard.
Yeah, so this is your space, this is your parent's space that, once you go in there, you feel like, I can take off my shoes, I can tell you about this. Instead of sitting there thinking, I can't say that, I can't say something, you know? Come and we're safe, you feel safe, you feel open.
Right. So, to round that up, if you're going through... But the thing is, this is where mental health is kind of tricky. Because you could say the same thing for the abusers. Usually the abusers are the ones who's been abused.
Yeah, it normally goes like that. It
goes in that cycle. So it's like, do we have compassion for the abusers?
I think in some aspects you can. In some. But for me to now think of it, in some aspects you can.
I'll say this straight. I think because if you molest younger women as a man, or you rape younger women, straight cash rape.
Yeah, that. But if you've grown up, like if you was 5 years old and somebody abused you...
Because you're going to think it's okay.
You don't know no different.
You don't know no better.
For that, I think there's a bit of leeway, in a way. I don't want to call it leeway, but...
I don't think there should be... I think understanding might be the top thing to do in that kind of situation. Like you don't have to accept what they done, but understand that I was abused when I was
that age,
5 years old or whatever. So in my thoughts, I thought that was the correct way.
Yeah.
But it's like, how do you deal with that? Like, that's where it's kind of tricky.
Well,
because a lot of them, it's like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So if you've already gone through that,
well, just hope that the abusee's dead then by the time you use your sense, innit?
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's...
You know, sorry, I'm drinking my ginger tea, my belly's bubbling it.
I don't know, man. But you know what? Ian, if you're watching, like, I hope...
We salute you
salute you, man. Like, bravery.
Your bravery and your honesty.
Definitely, man. Like, because I know a lot of man, not that's gone through that situation, but men in general have such a big ego and such a big... Like,
and find somebody you feel secure with that you can talk to. Find somebody who won't judge you.
No, you know what? No, keep it real. What should Ian should have done?
He done what he done.
No, he should have left. Like, thinking about it.
Like
even though abusive,
he was in love, isn't it?
Yeah, but no.
Can
you be in an abusive relationship?
I will not, as long as I live.
You get what I'm saying? Like, even as a man, like, you know you can't hit the woman, you can't do nothing. Leave. Why are you still trying to, I love you, and don't worry, man, I'll put up with it, blah, blah.
People are not so
Certain
strong.
people are, what's the word?
Weak as well. Some people are not that strong.
Weak and yeah,
some people are not that strong. Not
that's
everybody's
why you need
made
to
the
let
same.
True.
You know, so that's why I have to give that, you know.
They need to let them know straight, like, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. If you're putting an iron to my face, that's wrong, clearly. If you're hitting me with a pole at the back of the head, clearly that's wrong. That shows me you don't respect me and you don't love me. You're just using me for whatever.
Well, she did, because he lost his business.
Exactly, money. Money
was the...
But he's, man, maybe she'll change.